everyone, it's Emily Francis with Oh My Malta, and I'm here today with Rebecca and her father Victor Busuttil, and we're learning about the bees, the honey, the pollen, and all the things that we need to grow our local beehives and our bee honeys. So welcome, thank you for meeting with us.
Thank you for
And
coming, really.
Behind us is some bees, a lot of bees. So if you want, you can take us briefly through the products and then we'll visit the bees.
Definitely. So, here we have the honey. This is the multiflora honey, and this is how it comes straight from the comb. Obviously, for easier purposes, we bottle it up, and we have actually 3 types of honey right now. We actually have 4. The 4th one is the eucalyptus honey, but the bees don't always make enough for us and for them. So we keep those, the little that they make, just for them. We only take the extra honey, obviously, because we want to preserve the bee. We have the Maltese honeybee, so we want to preserve it as much as possible, as it is becoming extinct actually. So this is the Carib honey. It's the honey of winter, and as you see, it's darker in color, and it has a taste sweet with a bit of caramelly taste. And it's actually very, very good to regulate the hormones. Then we have the thyme honey. This honey has a lot of antibacterial properties in it, so it's very good when you have cold, flu, and it's very sweet in taste. And it is the honey that we just got last month. Then we have the multiflora honey. And
multiflora honey would be, can you give me an example of like what are the flora then?
So it depends what you have. The flowers around, it's a summer honey, so there's a lot of flowers at that time. For example, my father can taste which kind of flower is mostly predominant in that honey, because every year it's different, but that needs to come with years and years of experience.
That's from wildflowers then?
Yes.
From the wildflowers,
Yes.
Okay. Because the local, what they always say when you move to a new place is you need to immediately find a real beekeeper, a local beekeeper, and get the honey from the local area so that your body can build up immunity from the local flora, because it's different in every area, even on the island, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, so since we are such a small island and we don't really have mountains and that kind of different areas that maybe bigger countries have, in Malta, anywhere you'll find it, you'll have the same kind of flora, and you have the same diseases, so you're protected against all the diseases in Malta.
That's really, really, so Carib is for winter, thyme is now, summer, spring and summer,
Yeah.
and then the multiflora is a wonderful summertime.
Yeah.
But you could take them all year round, really, right?
Yes. I actually mix them up every day, so I'm getting like the benefits of all.
I love honey, and I think this practice is amazing. Let's talk about the bee pollen.
Definitely. So this is the bee pollen. It's granules that the bees take every day. They go to the flowers and they take the pollen from different flowers. The bee pollen has all the vitamins and minerals, as we were saying, that the body needs. So you can literally survive. Your body will survive if you just take this. Obviously, like 1 teaspoon has like around 1 calorie, so you're gonna get hungry, but your body will survive. So it's very important, especially I think nowadays, that we are not getting enough minerals and vitamins, that we include this in our diets, even children,
After the age of 2. Children, young children,
Yeah.
aren't supposed to touch bee pollen. Pregnant women are not supposed to take bee pollen at all.
Yes.
Or honey, actually, they say, for pregnancy. But bee pollen is powerful. So after the age of 2, it's a
Yes.
wonderful thing, and we encourage it. And also, if you were to break down bee pollen, there's nothing that matches it genetically or DNA. There's no other material in the world that gives the health benefits and the exact makeup of bee pollen. So it's actually very, very powerful, and not a lot of people sell it. So
True.
where can people, just so that anybody who's watching, where can they get it from you?
So we have a shop in Piazza in Tarfa, It's called Well-Being, and we sell pollen, and we also sell fresh frozen pollen, which is better for people that, example, are suffering from thyroid or certain other diseases. So it depends what you're looking for. But that we keep always in the freezer, so we couldn't bring it here today.
That's wonderful. And then we're going to put on our beekeeping suits in a minute and go visit the hives, but I do want to talk about the liquids and the is it propol? What is it? Propolis.
Definitely. So the propolis, this is raw propolis, so
May I touch it?
of course, so you don't buy it like that. You buy it in tincture form because that is not yet activated, so the body cannot absorb it. So you need to activate it best with alcohol, and it goes in the body more. The only time we give children propolis is for people suffering with cancer, for people that are pregnant, or for children, obviously. But otherwise, it's best for us to take this with alcohol, as it comes in our body and acts as a natural antibiotic.
Like with alcohol, like a tincture.
Exactly.
So, okay, so if people
it is
hear
a
that and they hear
liquid.
with alcohol, you're not dropping it back with some vodka,
No.
you're making it into a tincture that you can drop under your
course,
tongue
of
or
course.
into the mouth.
If you take this all, you will still not feel the alcohol.
Right.
Just your body
That's
will
to
have
preserve.
a lot of flavonoids and quercetin after that, which are highly anti-cancerous.
Very, very good for you. And then the last, I do want to ask the candles too, but also this sweet little thing in front
Definitely.
is so beautiful with the sweetest little spoon. Is this the serving size?
Yes, yes. That's actually what the queen eats all her life.
Wow.
So the queen eats no honey, nothing else, no pollen, just royal jelly. The queen lives 3 years long, while a normal worker bee lives 45 days. So that is more than 30 times as much.
So if we ate royal jelly, could we extend our life?
Definitely.
Would it be that size of a spoon?
Yeah, and it helps because the way it works, it doesn't just extend your life. The way it works is that every cell in your body, it starts regenerating. So as we age, our growth cells, our skin cells, our brain cells, they start dying out. But this regenerates them and make them grow. And this is why it can prevent, for example, dementia, Alzheimer's. It increases memory. For me, it increased the short-term memory a lot.
Really?
Example. Yeah.
And you eat it?
Yeah, you just put this under your tongue because there we have the veins, and it just absorbs in the body faster.
Pure royal jelly.
Pure royal
Nothing
jelly.
is added to it.
No.
So
None of these products
if somebody
have-
were shopping and they didn't come here and they saw a bottle of royal jelly, is there any indicator on the list that you would know it's pure? Like if it wasn't yours?
Yes, so you can see it from the bubbles, but then you would need to pour this like all out of the bottle, but it has like more bubbles, the taste of it.
Okay.
It's a very distinctive taste that if it's not pure, it doesn't have that taste. And as well like the creaminess and the texture. These are all indicators.
So
but
once
then
you have the
to
taste, once you
see
know
it-
the taste, you can,
Aha.
okay.
You have to see it really how it is pure, and then you can figure it out, you know.
I don't want to spend it, but I'm so fascinated by its consistency because I've never seen royal jelly in real life, but I mean, I don't want to open it unless you're willing to,
Definitely,
but I'd love to
definitely.
see what it looks like.
It's jelly-like consistency.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a jelly.
Okay, so you'll open that, so we'll,
Definitely. And you see the bubbles?
yes. And
Little
that's what you
bubbles,
look
not
for.
like-
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Let's put on our beekeeping outfits
Definitely.
and get our hands dirty.
Yes.
Thank you.
Issa ħalli naħdmu ftit fuq in-naħal u ħanaraw l-istorja tan-naħal u l-bejta tan-naħal kif inhi. Kif tkun imqasma, fejn ikun l-asel, fejn tkun il-bejta.
So now we will go see the bees, and we will see what they do, how the beehive is, and all their work in their day-to-day life.
Tell us about what we're going to be wearing and what my role is. What am I going to do today since I'm not a beekeeper?
So, so these are the suits that we'll be putting on. We have suits for all of you. It is just for a protection for us. We have our own indigenous bee. It's called the Apis mellifera rutneri. It's found only in Malta. And there are big places in the world that don't have the actual bee, their actual bee, endemic bee, but we actually do.
We have an endemic bee, but only one species?
Yes, that's the Apis mellifera rutneri. It's a very strong African bee, actually. It used to come like from Africa, so it's very strong, it's very aggressive. But we did a lot of selective process during the years to have the bee that is most friendly, that is most hardworking, that protects most her queen. And we did these scientific studies, and we got the bees, the Maltese bee, that is the strongest and least aggressive.
Take me through this process so that we can do it now. There is a thing that he burns. He burns the pine straw. The smoke comes up. Explain that to me so that when we do it, you guys know what we're looking at.
Definitely. So we always use a smoker, and we light it up with the pine straws, as she said, and we always smoke it in front of the boxes and on the boxes. This is because then the bees will think that their house is on fire, and they will go down and protect their queen. So we never get to hurt the queen, and they are always safe and they're always protected, and as well we can work and not a lot of bees are coming at us, so we can take care of them how we should in this way.
Is there any parts of our bodies exposed when we're wearing this? Are our hands inside?
Yes, sometimes our hands are inside. When we work, we don't always wear the gloves. This is because it's easier for us to work, and the gloves can impair that a bit. We always wear the protective clothing, especially like on our faces, but otherwise not always on our hands.
So bees in general, I'm going to make a very wide statement, are not aggressive.
No, they are, but in the sense that if you're scared of them, they're gonna smell those pheromones that we put out when we're scared, and they're gonna think that we are gonna attack them because they're the same pheromones as when we are aggressive and attack, and they will try to protect themselves. But at the end of the day, they know that if they sting you, they're gonna die, and they don't really want to die. So they only do it when we're scared and when they feel that we're gonna attack.
I think that's great advice to give children, especially because they see bees and they start swinging and get really nervous. But if we were calm and we understand that nature, they can read us easier than we can read them.
Hawnhekk ħanaraw naħal Malti, the Maltese honeybee, Apis mellifera rutneri. Per eżempju, in America, they don't have native bee. They import them in Italy, all right?
Wow.
That's the Maltese honeybees.
Oh, wow.
Hawnhekk ħanaraw l-għasel tal-eucalyptus dieħel.
That's the eucalyptus honey that's coming in.
But rridu jużaw għalihom. Bħal dawn ma nkunux nistgħu naħdulhom ovvjament.
This we're never gonna take it. They need it from themselves. If we get extra boxes up,
Is it darker in color? Is that why?
with honey,
Yes,
because
it
there's a
is
lot.
darker.
Yes, but right now they only have for themselves, and it may be like that through all the season till its end.
In-naħal dejjem italla l-għasel fuq u l-bejta iktar dejjem tkun isfel.
So the bees always take the honey up in the upper boxes, and then they lay their eggs at the bottom boxes. In fact, the queen is almost found always in the last or the box before that.
So there is one queen out of these 3 boxes? Only one queen?
One queen. If another queen is laid, they lay another queen. They have to kill each other to see the one that survives.
We learned before that the bees do a practice called the waggle dance, which is to show where the pollen is in relation to the sun. But I've heard it's an actual dance floor in the beehive. Do you see it?
Yes. Mela, fil-ħodu in-naħal ikun hemm grupp ta' naħal li huma Scouts Bees huma differenti minn naħal ieħor xogħolhom għax in-naħal kollu għandu xogħol differenti. U li dawn xogħolhom huma jmorru joħorġu mill-kaxxa, jaraw fejn hemm l-ikel biżżejjed għall-kaxxa kollha u għal tul ta' żmien u ħajjiġu lura u jgħidulhom fejn qiegħed. U dan jagħmluh f'forma ta' danza, forma ta' żifna li jgħidula l-bee dance. Il-bee dance huma differenti skont kemm hu fil-bot l-ikel, ġieli jkun forma ta' circle, iju tisfen iddur, ġieli ddur forma ta' 8 li jkun iktar fil-bot l-ikel. Allura tgħidlu kif irid joħroġ mill-entratura tal-kaxxa kemm irid jola f'liema direzzjoni jrid imur u fejn irid jinżel. Vordieri jekk minn hawnhekk ħadd ibagħtu mil fuq dik in-naħa, il-Scouts Bees, il-foragers xin joħorġu ħajmorru kollha f'dik l-għalqa biex iġibu l-ikel minn hemmhekk.
So the bees early in the morning, they're called the Scouts bees. They're a bit younger and they're going to scout the area and see which plants there are and they want to take the pollen from. And that particular colony will go only in that direction. They do it by going back. They show the forager bees, they do a dance. If they're going around in circles, it means that the point, the altitude and longitude is very close. If they're doing more of a dance of an 8, that means that it's going to be longer. And all of that colony will go in that flower, in that particular field to take that pollen during that day.
Tell us where the locals can find you.
So, we have a shop in Mtarfa, in the piazza. It's called Wellbeing. We are almost always open and you can definitely contact us there by phone or as well on our social media pages, royalbee.mt.
royalbee.mt. Victor, Rebecca, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Bye, everyone.
Bye.